Hello there everyone. Alright, I was a bit despondent at the end of the last video, but it turns out we got a win. Got no idea how. Shall we find out? So honestly, I really shouldn't have won if we're being honest. I mean, my opponent, 71 banners. If I just move my cam, yep, they hit Hondo and quit it. I mean, let's be real, they could have done more. So yeah, I'll take my win. Thank you very much. You just boosted me back into Caliber 1 C3PO, but I'm a little bit worried already that I'm going to bounce back down to Caliber 2 for next week. So let's just see if we can avoid that. Okay, so the final round of the week, we're up against Zambo of Rebel Force Kashyyyk. I say that is Reb-I Force, unless my eyes are really deceiving me. But yeah, they've got 1 million on me in GP. They've got, oh wow, only 1 GAC on me, which is the important thing for GAC, obviously. But they've got quite a lot in general over me, so that's kind of concerning. More Zetas as well, 433 to my 379. Gear 13's 307 to 293. I don't know the total number of characters in the game right now, but I wouldn't be too surprised if that isn't nearly all of them. Yeah, they've got me on all the speeds and pretty much all the mods. You know, in terms of like defense, is the only one I'm winning on. So yeah, just for anyone who's just wants me to read them out. 25 plus is 126 to 201 in their favor. 20 pluses 377 to 561 in their favor. And 15 pluses are 586 to 861 in their favor. So yeah, definitely have better days mod-wise. Relics, yep, we've got... No, I don't know what I was saying there. We've got 0 Relic 10s between, so I don't know where 2 was coming from. They've got 30 Relic 9s on me, 56 to 26, that's... ouch. They've got 52 Relic 8s to my 21. I'm ahead on the 7s and the 5s, but with the stats before, that's no surprise. I've rerolled more Datacrons than them, but equally, I would estimate they've got more Datacrons in general than me. But at least, I suppose it depends if we're talking about rerolls for certain levels. We'll have to see when we actually go in the game. But yeah, they've got Glat, fair enough. What GLs are 9? Well, which ones aren't, I should say. Kenobi isn't 9. But that's it. Alright. That's worrying. Bo-Katan's only Relic 7. Only. I feel like I've got to pick my victories where I can in this one. Yeah, minimum R8s on pretty much everything, so yeah, I'm a little surprised Bo's only R7, to be honest. I mean, obviously, I love Jar Jar at 9 for the fact it gives you that 3 Relic Amplifier boost, but I thought that if you were going to boost something, it would have been Bo for Lord Vader, because that Relic probably does help. Yeah, a little bit surprised, but again, maybe I'm missing something. Naturally, all fleets, so yeah, let's see what they've placed. Okay, so quick heads up, my defense hasn't changed from the last round, so feel free to check out the last video if you want to see the full defense. We are facing Lord Vader. I'm guessing it's an Attacker-Cron. Ooh, not a good one. It's attackers gain 2% offense. Alright, it has got the good level 3 though. They've got a Tank-Cron on a DTMG team. I have not seen DTMG on defense in some time. Interesting. We got Jabba. Actually, I'm saying that about that. I'm sure I faced it last week, but it feels like a while now. Jabba, Darkside Basic, Support. No big surprise, crit damage stat is quite nasty. And Mace, all the team you'd expect, Burn Meter and Attacker. So, ouch. We go down south. We've got the Great Mothers. It isn't the horrendous defense comp. They've got support level 6, crit damage and health stats, and damage on max health damage on debuffs for level 3. We got Rey with Sortie Cal. Is that Fulcrum? Yeah, Fulcrum. Hello there, I wasn't expecting you. Okay. I mean, cool, I guess. I'm not over enamored by that, but it could be interesting. They got Pirate King Hondo with Quigold in the team, so yeah, fair dues. No Hondo level 9, instead it's the Captain Silvo one, which is health and protection recovery when he removes turn meter plus a cooldown reset for a random pirate ally. It's a bit awkward. And Ahsoka Ezra, and this the tank level 6, turn meter boost, so no Great Mothers today. Just out of curiosity, what was the speed? 370, so I don't think I could have outsped that. Maybe marginally, but I think it might have been a coin toss between Morgan and Ezra. So yeah, that was overkill for them, but yeah, but they played it safe. So I'm going to map out my defense. Let's have a look at what I've done. Okay, so this is the plan we've got right now. It feels like some deja vu here. That's why the laugh comes out, because, okay, first things first, we're going to try Leia against Ahsoka Ezra. I'm going to use the Rex levels. Well, I say the Rex Focus Datacron, it's the R2 level 6, isn't it? Hopefully that will be enough, although I'm planning to use old Bane and Mon Mothma in the team rather than using Adrad. We're going to do, just in another case of insanity following last time, we're going to do Cere Malgus against Rey. I'm hoping the fact that it is a weaker Rey team will help us. There's no Barris in there, for instance. But also I'm very much aware that Cal alone can be a problem, so I'm not taking that for granted. We've got Slacker again against Hondo, because honestly I've got no other choice really. Slacker's my only Hondo counter. And we've got Traya against the Great Mothers, just for the fact that it actually did work out well last time I tried it, I think, so why not stick with it? Then the North Wall, we've got Queen Amidala against Mace. I don't know if this one will follow through, but we could always try Malgus there if we needed to. Kind of why I wanted to hold Adrad for DTMG. I think that could be a solid way of just saving Malgus if we need it. Another moment of insanity reappearing is JMK versus Jabba. Now, penciled in a dark side attacker cron here. I don't have a light side, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that will at least give us what we need. I mean, the stats have got 419% armor pen, so hopefully that is enough to help us just get through this. If not, it's a sign we do need a light side level 3 to go with them. So we'll see how it goes. And then the last team I've mentioned, we're going to do Bane on Lord Vader, and hopefully that will be alright. But they're all Relic 9, my C is Relic 7. A little concerning. So let's get into the battles. So 2 Relic 9s for them, 3 Relic 8s. Old Ben and Mon Mothma are probably not going to hang around for long here. Now there is a temptation, I will admit, to take these 2 out and put in Han and Chewie, who are 7 and 8 at least. I've never really tried the all-out attack comp, as it were, so I am going for something that I'm slightly more familiar with, even if it's not... It doesn't fill me with as much confidence as well. So yeah, like I said, we've got the R2 level 6, they've got a tank levels... Is it? It wasn't the... No, it is a good tank level 6. It was with the Mace, I think that wasn't great. I think. But yeah, let's just see how this goes anyway. Voila. Sip me drink before we start. Okay. Let's remove turn meter. And can we burn baby burn on Ezra? There we go, a bit of fear. There is tenacity down, so we could ability block. Very nice. Let's bring in Worthless Guy. And we will pop a taunt, even though he will die. Alright, can we get Ezra? Lovely. Alright. This feels a lot more manageable already. Let's put that on Worthless Guy. Sabine down, cool. Alright, Ben's still standing. Yeah, Ben's barely standing. I think Ben will die here. Right, should give us stats boosts at least. Right, I would like to get Jensen, but she's kind of made it awkward, so I'm going to go for Huyang right now. Let's pop that onto Leia. Huyang down, cool. Yeah, Rebel Fighters revive on that, so I figure let's just do the basic. That's Fear on Jensen, I like that. And that should be enough to bring Ben back. Will this... All Rebel allies... Okay, so it's only rallying Rebel Fighters, so there are a few who get it. Let's put that onto Worthless Guy. And we're a little low on banners, but I think that will do. Ooh, okay, we have got the revive. I did forget that, as you can probably tell. Yeah, I think we're going to lose banners because old Ben is just not gaining them back. Let's do that. Yeah, 74. I feel like old Ben might have actually worked against us there in terms of maybe he was gaining turn meter and losing banners as a result. Okay, 74 though, we'll take it. Alright, time for madness. We've got the madness guy himself, and we've got a bit of a mirror when it comes to Fulcrum. And also similar Datacrons. We've both got the Ufu level 6. They've gone for the Fulcrum level 9, whereas I've got a Ray one, which is irrelevant. Both got... Well, did they have armor pen? I don't think they had as much. But we've got offense on deaths, and yeah. Let's see how it goes. It didn't go so well last time, I will be honest. The critic immunity really wrecked me, so I'm hoping that's less of a factor this time. Alright, rocks. Throw the rock. Pound the ground. Few daisies. Yeah, let's gain some buffs. And let's just try and get her into the alley. That's it. Okay. Loads of movement there. Let's put that on Fulcrum. That gets Ben into the yellow. Throw some rocks again to get Ray down a bit more. Ugh, okay. Thankfully it's an ult in the sense that it's not the whirlwind. Someone gets DI, that's the Fulcrum apparently. Okay, didn't like that. This feels weird. Okay, we're still standing. Oop. That was a lot going on then. Alright, can I just stand that to you? Thank you. Wilhelm is grateful. Let's just knock you down a few pegs. And throw rocks here. Steel buffs. Okay. Alright, very bad execution there. I feel like I misplayed right at the very end. I feel like I could have got... Let me word this right. I think with... Was it Taran? In the final moves, I could have maybe manipulated it so that Ben got double hit and then I could just go for Ray. Might not have got rid of the whirlwind, but it might have been more efficient. I don't know. I'll have to watch that on playback and see if there was something I could do better. But yeah, 56 is what we've got. Let's move on. You know, it has to be said, this is where Relic Delta really shows its hide, because I've got two R5s in this team. I mean, I know it's my choice essentially, but it's still, you can't help but look at it and go, hey, no wonder I'm going to have a bit of trouble here. But let's see. Hopefully we can get through. If it's anything like last time, I fear for my round. Alright, Silvo, stun please. And let's not do that. And we do that instead. Silvo, he's out. Whether he's gone, I don't know. Quick ult concerns me because I know he's buffed up these lineups. Okay, ult. No, we didn't get rid of him permanently. Good to know, I guess. Alright, we're going past that to... As much as I want to do it to Traya, I think let's just focus on this for now. Okay, so that gets rid of the... Oh, no, didn't go for... I thought they would have gone for Stormtrooper, but instead it was... Hooks, I think. Oof, okay. We'll do that even though I don't particularly want to do that. I still ignore Taunt. Full ult, let's try and get someone out this time. Okay, that is definitely gone. Yeah, Hook's down. Let's just stop Quigold from being a nuisance. Let's go for Brutus. Okay, again. Well, the only two they can hit are immune from damage, so that's kind of good. And of course, they've got damage means across the board. Ooh, okay. Blacker, an ult would be nice. Thank you. Yeah, we can still call Slacker to assist, that's fine. Ugh. I've already made it clear this is filthy. I think that's okay. 2 minutes on the clock, we should be alright still. At least in terms of that. Right, we aren't blind, so we can get Bane. Right, I would like to get Brutus. There we go. Let's do that. We got Hooks back. Hey, I'm taking that. 64. I think that might be the first time as well I've got someone out with Ray's targeted kill kind of thing, so I'm taking it. Let's move on. Alright, last team on the wall, we've got Traya versus the Great Mothers. So, Archron, support level 6, speed up on basic, 194.29% critical damage. Our opponent, we've got another support level 6, damage on debuffs, and health and crit damage. I always fear these battles with these three, well, arguably all 5 of them with the relics, but let's see how it goes. Alright, basic. Drain. Basic. 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 Bring down the pain. That's it, Savage. Keep that up. Okay. Let's isolate there, pass that to Nihilus. Let's focus on the Great Mothers. Okay, granted. Ooh, lovely timing. Lovely timing. Bye-bye, Great Mothers. And say we do like being able to target who we want because they can't stealth. Cool. Right, let's drain. I'm a little worried about Talon's health. Naturally, it's not going to be the highest to begin with, but hopefully we can do what we need to do before she's a major threat. And stealth would be very nice, but the level 6 on their side prevents that. Sorry, the irony that I had the frenzy on Talon and I couldn't make the benefit out of it because we didn't have a special. Or at least I didn't use any specials. Alright, let's just send that there. Suck. Stick to that. And I really want to use the Annihilate, but I'd rather save it for Morgan. There we go. Morgan, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure I'm right, she's got no AoE, so she's just going to keep wasting her time on Savage, even if she had a turn. I need an explanation. Why did Talon self-destruct? Yeah, answer on the postcard, please. From 65 to 62, I'm a little bit bummed about that. So, yeah. If you could let me know. Let's see the bat wall, I guess. Alright, we've got Queen Amidala. Support level 6, bulk level 3, crit damage and health. We've got Finzori with 2 meter at the beginning. And we've got Malgus with a tank level 6, damage on debuff level 3. Okay, we can come up with a plan for that. Okay, so we're going to start with this one on the north wall, JMK versus Jabba. R9, R9, and 3 R8s. 2 R7, 2 R9s, an R8, and another 7. Could be in better health. This, like I said before, it is an attacker cron, but it is a dark side, so we missed that. I'm hoping these are the 2 important bits, though. So, let's see. Alright. Let's just do what we always do. Just race to the short ult. Alright, Cat got kind of... Not Cat, sorry. Snip's got hit a bit hard there. Ugh. Alright, pass that to Kenobi. Ow. I felt like I need to keep her in the game. And at this point, I'm also thinking I might as well just try and go for the long goal. Yeah, that's... Alright, never mind. That is a ripperoo. Okay, plan B-ish is we're going to try and take as much of this down with Talzin. I've swapped out Acolyte from the previous runs for Initiate purely because Acolyte will go under Stealth, and even though the level 6 does remove it, I just like the idea that they will go for Initiate with any luck. Now, we really need a Sarge to hang around here. I do not have Rampage Omicron, so we need her to hang around just because she's got a ramp up. So, yeah, let's see how far we can go. If she can go. Alright, let's make sure we get some plague on the board. Ow. Okay. I know, just in case anyone's screwing up the screen. I'm a little worried that it was Daka who got that, though. Yeah, okay, I'm in trouble. Yep, I shouldn't have done it. I saw Asajj was down. I thought I need to try and bring her back, like I said. I should have tried to heal a bit more. Well, not necessarily heal, but just get a bit of turn meter going before doing it. All right. Plan C. Okay. Just had a look on the best source I've got for information, which is swgoh's counters page. And apparently this comp does have the best success rate at taking down Jabba. Now, I have no idea if that includes the dead. Well, I don't know how many datacrons that would include, so it could be that a bunch of people are using this without this. So yeah, not confident, but we're going to hope that it's enough. We have got a support cron ourselves again. Bulk. Hopefully it's enough. I have got my echo mod. It's still reasonably fast, 354. So hopefully, I'm not exactly sure of tech's purpose here, other than maybe just a bit of extra support usage. In fact, I think 4 of these are supports, aren't they? Yeah, it's only power who isn't. So you never know. Maybe that helps. But let's see. Alright, start with the AoE. Yeah, that's the last one I want to gain that. And throw that. Is there a buff immunity to that? No. Alright, let's do that then. Cleanse what we can. Alright, stick with the basic. Let's go with the AoE. Alright, it looks like it was Heku for the brunt of that. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind tech going, even though it's bad for banners. But at this point, we're not really worried about banners. Alright, Bush gone. Let's just keep this going. Skiff gone. Keep the days on the board. Cleanse. Alright, Embo down. I'm a little wary of giving Jabba a bit too much time to do things. Yeah, let's just start working on actually bringing Chrysanthemum down, because this is quite a mammoth task. He's a big boy. Ugh, okay, I really don't like that. Power really does like buffs, so buff immunity, amongst other things, is not nice to see. And that is the worst thing to see. Okay. I was hoping the damage wouldn't be enough to kill him. I was hoping. This is so annoying, I tell you. Can the handmaiden be insta-killed? Yeah, apparently. I didn't know definitively. But at this point, I just don't see a way we get through Chrysanthemum. I mean, I was barely doing it with Howitting onto protection, let alone having to beat all this protection. I did get a comment, I think it's from T-Max on the last video as well, about the Rex comp that's floated around with, I think Vextros that played out first, or at least that's where I first saw it. Like an infinite turn meter loop thing, and I was thinking of doing that in terms of like, should I do it in this video, last video, whenever? But honestly, I've just been trying to hold back off it, just in case CG come out with something. Last thing you want is be relying on to as a counter, and then suddenly it's like, alright, bye-bye. You know what, I'll full auto here, because I don't think I've got enough to take them out, but short of Jabba's ulti, I haven't got enough to take me out. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do here. Bo-Katan could probably clean this. I don't feel like there are many more major slips here. I feel like maybe Bane could have trouble with Lord Vader, but I think the rest of my plan is relatively good. So I've got to hope one of my teams holds this guy up really well. Alright. Let's try and clean it up. Okay, Bo-Katan. Little reminder, next week she's going to have a Datacron that I built for her. It's going to have protection as stats, and it's going to have the healer level 6. So hopefully she'll be a bit more effective then, but I feel like she's been relegated a bit this week because some of the things she would normally do, she's not doing so well. So hopefully she can at least do this. We put the Jawa Focus Datacron on here just to try and help get through. And fingers crossed it's hard for Jabba to get his ult. Hopefully. Buff immunity on Bo, okay. Let's do what we can there. Probably cooped at the wrong time though. Let's cleanse that off Bo. Yeah, they're really insistent on getting Bo debuffed. Yeah, not great birds from Bam. We're still blinded, so I'm not wasting a special. I actually find it quite remarkable how badly the blind is. You know, considering Jabba's the only one who puts it out, it feels like he's taking like 10 turns to mine 1. Let's put that over there to try and keep Bo-Katan in the game. There we go. Blind on Bo-Katan again. It really feels deliberate. I know it isn't, but it feels it. Right, hoop stance. AoE. Funny stacks, come on. That's better. I know we've still got game down again, but at least it's 1. Right, armor shred. Put that on OG Bo. times I already said it. This is filthy. Like, Jabba's worrying me with the ult. If he goes for Bo-Katan Mandalore, we're done. I could really do again Croissant now. Again, blind. Alright, days could be good. Twenty stacks, come on, bam. Oh, again, come on. Right, down. That took 3.5 minutes just to get Chrysanthemum out. I've got genuinely no idea where Jabba's going to go. IG-12, okay. I'm hoping we got enough. Alright, Daze is good. 18 stacks, 20 stacks, come on, bam. Okay, 27 banners, absolutely atrocious, but we got through at least. Okay, so last time I tried this, it didn't go well. If I'm right, this wasn't a full... Oh no, this was the full attack Cron. What was the one I saw that wasn't then? Was it... I'm actually confused. Was it Lord Vader that didn't have a good one? Yeah, it was Lord Vader that had a so-so Cron. I knew one of the teams on this wall did. So, yeah, unfortunately, we got a full attack Cron to deal with, plus a full R19. Bastila. Hopefully you get a turn. We've got Gungans to maybe do something if we need them. Also kind of amusing that Marauder's the weakest. Okay. Doubt is nice. Yeah, I'm finding this kind of odd in terms of how do we actually go about taking this team down. Like, what I don't get is why there are so many cleanses unless it's part of Mace's kit, but when I've done this counter before, I've never noticed that, so... Yeah, it's where maybe I'm just being a different kind of idiot to what I usually am. Right, suck. Right, Mace down, okay. Let's go for Granny with a gun. Just got shock. Basic. I'm glad there was a tank taunting them. Alright, that was good damage from Marauder. Alright, this has gone better than it did the other day. I'm still annoyed that I struggled so much on the Gungans last round. Alright, come on. Ayla could be annoying with the counters. I mean, at least she isn't doing something like damage on like true damage on counters or something ridiculous. It is just basically counters. She might get feared if shit's Malgus. Sorry, Malik, not Malgus. We are running, I wouldn't say out of time, but it's getting tight again. I do love that basic from Malgus now. Not just the animation, but the fact that you can't be countered when you use it. It's like, sometimes you just need the ability to basic and not be countered. Oh, come on. Okay, let's just keep going. Again, it's irritating me because it feels like I get it down and then... I don't know. It's like I'm not getting this with the crit immunity on Temple Guard either. Why is that not dispelling? You know, that should go. Surely. If it isn't locked, it should go. But the fact that I'm critting makes me think... Is it even there? Is it just like false that it's there? Alright, max banners. 65. Alright, next one. Okay, Adrad versus DTMG. Yeah, this should be fine. Oh, by the way, it's Adrad level focus datacron, and it is, just to bring it up. Why am I doing it there? I can do it here. Do it. Tank level 6, speed up on basic, and loads of health. Right. Yeah, I do expect K2 to go down quite easy in these instances. One thing, they punch Jin, Adrad stays safe. Let's do a basic. Okay, not nice. Yeah, I don't really want to just send it right this second. It feels like it'd be not a great time to do it. Yeah, the trouble is we've got Enoch in there preventing crits. Alright, come on. Pull in. I need turn meter removal ideally. Okay, that was good. Now, ideally I could focus on Enoch. I don't know if that's practical though, but I could do with focusing in on him. Obviously K2's gone. They've all got their action back now, so my hope is I'm able to just whittle Enoch down a bit. The other option is to just focus on the sides, and then full auto on Enoch. Oh, I don't like dodges. Okay. Alright, full auto. Just under 2 minutes. I'm a little bit worried that we don't have enough, but I think we might have to just ride the K2 banner loss. I'm sure the focus data Pron increases Jin's offense as well, so you should be putting in a bit more there despite the Relic Delta. Well, you know, Delta will still impact, but should be helpful. Okay, 62. Would have been nice to get the revive, but Jin's just not critting there, is she? Okay, C Bane. We've got the item focus data Chron on our side. Up here, we've got Dark Side damage on debuffs. Attacker allies gain 2% offense when debuffs expire, and 147% armor pen, plus 70% protection. Alright, let's face this. Can't say I'm relishing this one. Alright, duck. And let's link DCT. And we will go for Lord Vader. Okay, healing immunity is nice. Yeah, just stay steady right now. I'm a little wary that I need... I'm not sure if I need to ult. I don't feel like I need to race into it. Because they've got instant defeat immunity, so we could probably benefit keeping Bane healthy. Let's just relink. Right. Look. Again, just stand Bane in. Okay, we did get a kill. Sadly, it was the Nightfall Trooper. Alright, Bane, can you get a kill on Apo? Nice. Alright, let's do that to get some protection back. This does scare me as counters go because it just feels like a couple of big hits and we're in trouble. Right, suck again. Heal up. Right, this should get someone. Okay, apparently not. Maybe we didn't crit. I think I've made the right call not ulting with C right now. I may need to change that plan, but I think in the short term, it's been okay. Okay, so Vader ults. Okay. Oof. Okay. Man. That's what I was talking about, just that. Ooh, now. Okay. I'm in a bit of trouble. Right, so I'm not even convinced that this is a good option, but I think maybe we can just whittle something down. Yeah, let's give it a go. Right. Ability box. At least the counters are aimed at Raver. Oh, hang on, I thought the door got purged still, so that was a misplay. I didn't say I have put support Cron on, crit damage, speed up on basic. I mean, we had got nasty up, but that really means Jackal there. Oof, wow. I mean, I'm not surprised at this. I'm just kind of frustrated. Yeah. Okay, again, not brimming with confidence at this one. Maz versus Vader. Now, if I got an Omicron, I'd be feeling a bit more confident, but yeah. There were no galactic enemy. If there were no galactic legend enemies at the start of battle, that all doesn't apply. Yeah. Quite a lot there. Alright, let's see if we can at least whittle the clones down. Let's steal some profit. All right. Can't say I'm optimistic about this. Yeah, I figured Maz wouldn't be back there. I genuinely don't know what to do here. Very irritating as well, because I know that that Omicron would be good. What I'm thinking, I don't think it's worth sticking with that. So I'm going to try one more thing here. All right, we might actually be in better shape than I realized. JML, I had planned to use on the back wall against Malgus, but I forgot that Baylan is an anti-Sith Empire toon, so we can Baylan that. So instead, we're going to try this. Let's give it a go. By the way, those of you who haven't heard me before, protection is the reason why we go with this Crom. I really need a good protection Crom for JML at some point. Alright, crit hit immunes, please. I might as well pop it. Don't know you can, please. Thank you. I mean, we can go for Lord Vader. With the rally levels, I'm feeling like it just makes sense to try and whittle down Vader as quick as we can. Okay, ult incoming. Ugh. Yep, I figured at least one was going. I thought Hoda might. Okay. I think we can do it. Yeah. I wasn't 100% convinced, but I thought I couldn't see instant defeat immunity, so I was like, holy. Alright, pass that there. Pass that to Oda. Give that to JML for the buff immunity if we can get it. Right, we've got our own ult. Yeah. Arguably, I should have focused on the sides. But Scorcher's down, it's a little less problematic. Alright, now, what I'm thinking is, Scorcher's gone, so we haven't got to worry about the undispellable damage over time now. And my main aim is to try and get the sides out here. If we can do that, I call that a success. We're using a support Cron, just for the fact that it's probably one of the best I've got right now. And yeah, other than that, I can't really say if I've got too much hope here, but I'm hoping I can get down to just Lord Vader, because then I could bounty onto it. Yeah, that's where we are. I'm saying we could bounty onto it. We may have difficulties with that because the majority of them are on defense. Right, we're not dispelling, we're just going for it. Yeah, we're going to get whacked. Are we immune to days? That feels like a dumb question when I've just done that, but I was surprised we went in. Alright, I'm going to have a look at that later. I'm assuming there's something that prevents days, because otherwise why didn't we just get wrecked? Right, come on, die. Okay, worst case scenario, we've got a clean up. Actually, I'm going full auto here. Hopefully the AI can work it out better than I can play it. Yeah, we don't get days. There must be something in one of the kits that prevents days. I mean, that's pretty cool. And that's a load of debuffs to lock in on Lord Vader. He seemingly shrugged them off very quickly, but it was a lot. So my thought process was, if I can get this down to just Lord Vader, maybe I could do something with Fennec. But the flip downside is I'm pretty sure on defense, if I just get my defense. Yeah, my defensive squad had Zam. Thankfully, it was just Zam. So we wouldn't have that initial action. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we've got enough with just grief. I mean, that shield's doing a good job of hanging around. Gotta give it that. I mean, it's kind of nice to think that we can't be... Well, I'm not saying we can't be killed, but it's unlikely we'll lose this one, but... Yeah, we're still nowhere near. We just can't get enough damage on him. If you hadn't got the ult ability block, it'd be cool. But yeah, it makes you look at this and think, the Gungans aren't far off something like Lord Vader. You know, they are still off, don't get me wrong, otherwise we'd be much closer to winning, but you think they were able to set the sides out pretty well. I think you could argue they're just missing some damage, but maybe an attack prong could have helped me there. Alright, be very nice, Vader, if you could use an AoE before you start up again. Apparently not. Okay. Let's submit and let's see if the bounty hunters can do something. Okay. Yeah, Fennec bounty hunters have put Dab Bob Boba in here just for an extra punch. We've got buffs on basic, a little bit of armor pen. My biggest concern here is that Lord Vader's got his AoE from the open, so that is concerning. He had. Let's cleanse. And let's go in. Let's call Fennec to assist. Armor Shred. Let's do that. Just keep going. Damn it, I was hoping we could just get it with raw damage rather than insta-kill damage. Ugh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'm going to chill here for a little bit. I'm going to save you watching the next 3 minutes 50. I'm hoping we can finish this off with Imperial Troopers. Well, that was a 3 or so minutes. I'm not going to get back anytime soon. Let's just do... Actually, I was going to do a basic, but I figure let's leave it. I'm just going to hope that Lord Vader hasn't actually got his AoE again. Right, Imperial Troopers. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. My cat just came out of nowhere to spook me. Alright, we've thrown in Iden just in case he gets an AoE off and we can cleanse it. Alright. Parrot level 6. That's bleh. Honestly, it's not really relevant at this point. Okay, so that's 1 Dark Trooper down. Meter up. Cleanse. Let's do that. Keep going. That's it, Dark Trooper. 30 banners, jeez. This banner has bled me. Okay, Batwall. Baylan versus Malgus. I've put the Phasma Focus Datacron on purely for stats. And yeah, let's just see how this goes. I've never tried this one. Well, okay, I have in Conquest, but never in PvP. This looks fun. Okay. It would be nice if someone other than Baylan could take a turn. Surely. Bye-bye. And let's just cleanse what debuffs they've put on us. I think there is an argument to be made that dash wasn't the best choice here, but he got a kill. 65, let's move on. I genuinely never thought I would get use out of this team and this 5v5 aspect of this Datacron, so granted Satil Shan does change that anyway, but I love the fact that I'm getting a little use out of it now. In assuming it works like last time and there isn't a PO-focused Datacron here, so let's go. Alright, a little bit awkward as a stun. Let's do that. Let's get that off Zambo. And we're going to do that. Maybe not the best choice. Okay, DI. There we go, that's the one I was after. And they should be quite exposed now. Yeah, I'm just going to say it again. I'm so glad I saw that this thing exists before I did my last video. I mean, that genuinely gave me a bit of fun in that video where I wasn't really having a lot of fun. And yeah, Pinzori I feel is just a dead team now if I can use that. So yeah, 65. Let's move on. Okay, Great Mothers to take down Quadme. I haven't done this in a bit, but I remember the general gist of it is Doom, Pow, and then win. We've got the tank level 6, we've got debuff on damage on debuff level 3, Mishmasher stats. They've got a support cron, bulk level 3, crit damage and health stats. If I do go too fast with them, I always think to myself, you've got the ability to pause. Whereas I think I've got to find a way of editing it. Let's put that there. I think I might be wrong with that. Actually, I think I'm very wrong with that, but oh well. Yeah, remember, we only put it on Morgan when it's an insta-kill. Alright, I may have made this harder for myself. Right, Pow should go. Not efficient, but he should go. Right, just bow down. Oh wow, he healed up well there. Something feels icky here. Yeah, I know I arguably have made a misplay with Morgan, but yeah, feels like there's more to this that's going wrong. Right, come on, back to Pow. Okay, I don't mind that. Ooh, okay. Let me just get rid of Pow, he's doing me nothing a bit. He's scaring me. Anything, I'm not liking all the turn meters they've got. Come on, Morgan. Alright, we lost Night Trooper. Just please go. Oh, for goodness sake. Alright. Power died, but that I do think that was misplaying on my part. More Spirit System would have been a lot better. Okay. Let's find a way out of this. Alright, let's start with Qui-Gon. Let's see if we can get some damage via Anakin. Let's do that. By the way, Datacron purely for crit damage, although that is something. Alright, if they won't waste time going for anyone but Qui-Gon, I'm okay with that. Again, if Qui-Gon dies, we just get a chunk of offense. In fact, it would be well timed if we could get it. Just as the Handmaiden went down. And another one summoned, of course. Alright, back out. Alright, I'm kind of shooting in the dark here. This is like a very old-fashioned team, for those of you who have never seen it. If I remember right, it comes from this Zeta. Droid allies have 8% critical damage for each debuff on the enemy team. So the whole idea is you take a bunch of turns at the beginning thanks to BB-8. And then, essentially, you start dying. And then because you start dying, Grievous goes. That's how I remember it. Whether it will still work, I don't know. I want Trench up to level 3 focus data from. Yeah, you never got the Zeta off, so... Plus they got Tenacity up. Yeah, I'm not even carrying on here. Alright. Yep, she does that. I lost a lot of turn meter, it feels. Ow. You think we were so close to Queen in a way, and then it just snowballs away. I think sometimes the Master Assist button feels to me like, oh, let's try and use that. Yeah, I can't move the turn meter. That'd be too good. Just not forget the fact that if by some miracle I were to get this Handmaiden down, I would then still have to deal with Queen, who'd be DI. I bought L3 purely to be a nuisance. Maybe the AI can do it quicker than I can. Remember if Queen takes a bonus turn, I can't remember if it's a bonus turn or 100% turn meter. And so the game audio is just going off for a sec. Bonus turn, yeah. So the Handmaiden's coming straight back. I mean, there is some days on there now. Wait, hang on. Pop targets. That's okay, kind of. No. Okay, I can work with that. Still means we've got to take down Queenie. But considering she only just used the special, if we were to get the Handmaiden out again in this very short space of time, that's the Fulcron that's doing the damage. We'd have to get Flow down. This would be so much better as well if I had higher relics on, say, Sabine. Ooh, okay. I was not expecting us to take a turn. I mean, it'd be very nice if we could get Yoda, I guess. I'm not saying that's all I want, but good game. I'd be like, all right, we got one. Just running out of time here. Last turn Queen took was the AoE, so I don't think she's got the summon straight away. And I don't think it resets the cooldown. She is dazed. Oh, we lost Chopper. I didn't even see that. Oh well, this counter's over. Okay. Alright. I am throwing in the towel. I mean, anything else I've got left is just nowhere near capable. I mean, to be honest, what we got wasn't capable, so I concede. I concede. Let's clear ships and be done with it. Okay, Levy Mirror. Nice to go first. But yeah, if I lose this round, it just comes down to being an idiot with... Well, I say with Queen. I could have lost it with Jabba and with Lord Vader. Not like that was the only drop I've had this round. But yeah, it's a shame if that's how it ends. Okay, let's use that there. Right, Sith Fighter dies. Okay, we should be pretty clear from here. Action's a little concerned in terms of banners, but I think we've already established maybe banners aren't great in this round. Yeah, we're going to lose something on Marauder. Yeah, it's one thing the Sith fleet misses, just a bit of banner recovery. Alright, we got Prof and Rogue One. Let's call an assist. Flyby. It was nice getting rid of that taunt. Especially in situations like that where it's almost like it's trying to be annoying. Can we get punishing one out? I've actually got Rogue 1 to 7 stars now, so I'm looking forward to using that in TB and the like. I've had to pause farming B-Wing a little bit, although I can probably work on that now in the next couple of days. I had to get Hu Yang to Relic 7. So whilst all of this is going on, I am also unlocking Ahsoka. Fingers crossed I'll have her for next season. Maybe not full fighting fitness, but usable. 75 banners. Alright, last battle. Alright, there's B-Wing. I say we should be getting turn meter. Also, I was enjoying how they were attacking Raven's Claw like that. Yeah, I would have rather not be doing that, but we were getting pummeled a bit. Can't even say I fully understood it because I mean, I'll hold my hands up that I don't know B-Wing's kit too well, but the fact we're ignoring taunt so well, I mean that, was it Raven's Claw? I know Raven's Claw can ignore taunt. Interesting. Either way, Raven's Claw's out now. Let's focus over there. Right, that's good. We haven't got to deal with that. Base it. Ideally, we could recover some banners, but I'm not sure how likely that is. I love these two ships just deciding to special themselves out of existence. That's kind. That gives us a bit more time to get a special. Stalling. There we go. That should be max. 77. Alright. Let's see what our final score is. 1504. Alright. So Queenie was the one that really let me down. I let myself down there. Again, I'm sure if I'd have put it on Spirit, I would have been able to work from there. And the thing is, 2 drops on the North Wall, even though there were so many attempts, I don't think banner-wise it was that drastically bad. So, yeah, I'm punching myself. I feel like that was more achievable than it looks. At least as far as full clearing. But yeah, if I lose this, I'll go back in Kyber 2, which in a way I wouldn't mind going into the final week of the season. But on the flip side, here in Kyber 1, you get more crystal income, and if I just back out, I've not got a lot of crystals right now because I just started Ahsoka today, and she's needed some of these tickets. So, yeah. I will try and do a little video on the Galat event just to... I've said I'm going to do some videos on all of the events at some point just to try and do a refresher. But I'll try and prioritise Galat because I've not done that in any form, obviously. So, yeah, it'll be fun to show you my experience of it, if you like. But yeah, let's just go here while I think about it. I always forget to change screen. There we are. So, thank you very much for watching, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I'll be back next week with more GAC. Until then, folks, bye for now.